Hello, and welcome. My name's Derek, and I sell physical media on eBay. Videos about what I buy, source videos, videos about what sells, what sold video. This is a what sold video. Got Christmas music in my head. I shouldn't get a copyright strike on Christmas music. Stop. So I didn't get any of the stuff, and it's not really a whole lot of stuff to get, which goes in line with day before Christmas. And speaking of, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, other things, holidays that are celebrated today, tomorrow, all the way up until, well, I'll make another video by the turn of the year. And for this video, I will post in the description a coupon code for my store for 25% off whatever you want to get. Unlimited. So come on over to the store, use that code, get 25% off, which is, and that will end tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern. All right, because then there's another sale that's starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So go over, get whatever you want from basically when you see this until 8 a.m. tomorrow. If you happen to catch the video or this timing a little late, send me a comment on this video, and I'll do something for you. All right, so it's only 5 that are going out, which is technically 4 orders for $98. Since it's that few, well, let me grab these. All right, this tarot book just listed not too long ago. 28. Next one, C39. C39. New sealed Windham Hill. That one I think I got not too long ago as well. Maybe not. 39, 39. All right. Maybe. No, it looks like it's in like a forest. Yep, in a forest. All right, Windham Hill, $9. C24. Billy Bob. Billy Bob. 15. D20. Oh, there's 2 of these. D1 and D20. D1. Hopefully you stay there. This is Moses. Should be right up front. Just got it. No, that's not it. Is that the one? Oh, no, because I'm looking for the wrong one. Correct box. Jonathan Kahn, prophetic messages. All right, this Jonathan Kahn, prophetic messages, 28. And the 20, all the way over there. Moses should be right up front. And Moses, 13, same buyer. Going to 1-6, might be Far East PA. So it's really not a whole lot. Yesterday, I just listed the sealed CDs and DVDs and that. I'm just going to put it away. Actually, I could probably do that as I speak. Because what I'll do, we go to listings. I figure I do this while I'm here. Right, so I have it. I can type in the word 20 or the number 20, or print shop, which is one entire word. I just go in here to search, hit 20, since that's in the title that I wrote. I'm going to find right here would be the first one, since I have these columned newest listed. And this is in C29. C29. I always make sure, okay. I try to always make sure, because every once in a while, it's rare, but every once in a while there'll be something that I'm looking for that's not in that exact box, which then if it's new, it makes it easy, because then I gotta go through these and I just look for the ones that are new. But that is what the big sale, which starts the 26th, morning of the 26th, and that will go, I don't know if this tablet even has a calendar. Okay. So it does have a calendar. And that sale will go until, so it'll go on the 26th. So to January 2nd would be a week. And then add a couple more days, it'll end on the 5th. Morning of the 5th. So that morning is what I'll do. I'm just going to kind of yammer on because it's only like 7-minute video. So what I'll do, I will go and I'll look at everything. I'll set the column to oldest listed. And I'll have 200 on the page. You can go down and you can make the setting for 200 a page. And I will click on every single one. And I went ahead and looked at this already. There's about 250 that are going to be at that 6-month mark on the 5th. Roughly 250, right around there. So I will do that for all 250. I will click and click and click. And that has at least roughly half the amount of views for the amount of months that are up. This is not steadfast. There could be something that's listed for $70 and it has 4 views and it's been up for a year. That breaks that rule. However, it's $70. I'm going to take it down and I'm really going to go in and just kind of do a basic repricing on it and look at current listed, current sold, and Terapeak, and kind of look from there. And I will investigate a little more on the more likely selling price. So if something is up for $70 and it's been up for a year and it has 4 views, could it be because it was just priced too high? People just weren't looking at it, or whichever the exact reason is why it hasn't sold. If I can find a comparable price, but if I look and the current selling prices are $15 for a 3-pound book, and 2 have sold for $15 in the past 12 months, chances are I'm not going to deal with a big book like this, if that's the case. If it's a tiny book, but the size of something like this, and it's listed for $60 and they currently sell for around 20, yeah, I'll just take it down, price it at that point. I'm doing the calling to open up the same space that I have. I'm doing it to consolidate stuff. I'm doing it to find the stale inventory of, obviously, however I got it. But I still don't want to completely throw out 200 items just because they haven't sold in that time frame. I want to see what the pricing is. So I do this 2 times a year or twice over 12 months. And what does inevitably get pulled? So there's that stuff that has 4, 5, 6 views, whichever. It's going to come down, and I'm going to very, very, with finesse, figure out exactly where they need to be priced at. If they don't, so I will click on that listing in the unsold. I will click on that listing, and I will go in, and as soon as I do that, I'll copy part of the title, post it in current listings, look at solds, post it in Terapeak, kind of get that figure from there. If I don't do anything with it, and if I just close out of it or just go to my bookmark and go to unsold and go to the next ones, that one that I started stays in a draft. That draft tells me that that's one that I have elected to not want to relist or sell similar. If then there's going to be a remaining whole bunch that are going to be there. So then I will go in, and as I relist, I will click those 7 items, usually where I can get on a page. I will click all those 7 items, and I'll delete, and then I'll just sell similar to all of those I have. And then I'll go in with all the remaining ones that have 0, 1, 2, maybe even 3 views, take them down en masse. And I will do the same thing, except it'll be, all right, well, this is a $12 CD that had 1 view over 8 months. No, that goes in a draft. I'll take it and get rid of it later. Well, this is a $15 CD that had 3 views in, well, I really can't tell after I take it down, in probably 6 months. That's enough for me to be like, you know what, let's just go ahead and go into current listed and into Terapeak and kind of see what they sell for. Oh, they're selling for more like $11. Well, a CD doesn't take up a whole lot of room, so I'll just do a sell similar. Then I'm going to end up with a whole bunch of these that are in draft. And since I don't have it on my tablet right now to really show, I will go in and I will, in the draft, I believe, I don't know, I haven't done it in 6 months, but I believe you could still see in the draft on where the item is. Before, you had to go in the actual listing. You had to open the listing back up and look at it. It might still be the way to where you can see on the draft page, you could see where it's at. So then I will go through all the boxes. So I will stay and I will go, I don't know with the draft, either way, I will start pulling all the stuff from the boxes that are just, it's done, it's done, it's done. After that's all said and done, all those items are all pulled, I will take each of these boxes and I will go to the computer, and just for example, so I'll have the box right there with me, and I will start finding the stuff that's in. So I will type in C26, and I'll start seeing what all's in C26, and so this will have some stuff already taken out of it. I'll see what's in C26, and that needs to come out permanently, and I will, those will be out. Then I'll see at the stuff that is currently listed in 26, and I'll make sure that that stuff is in here. Some of the things may have to be kind of just moved around. I may have to use one that I can. All right, so let's just say if this was one that was left over, candle box. This is one that was left over, and this Macadelics is still in here. So I'll take this I really can't see it. All right, so I'll take this, that's right there, and I'll turn it around, and I'll put it down on the bottom. So I know I have Macadelics. And then I will make sure that Marcus Vale is in there. And they'll get flipped around. That way they stay in the same type of first in, first out order. Because all I'm doing is just taking it, rotating it to where when it's all said and done, it's just going to be on the opposite side of the box, which isn't a problem. I mean, I could just shift everything over if I needed to, but do it like that. So what is left in a box that is not rotated is something that either I missed in the draft when I was pulling stuff, but when I'm doing the draft, I'm making sure that I actually have, when I'm looking at all those, I'm making sure that I'm grabbing that one item and I'm clicking on the draft to delete it. Or things that could be left over could just be left over from doing sell similars that, I had some on a page and it just never really showed up or whatever. Or somebody orders something and they cancel and I just didn't post it back up. When I do these, there's typically always a few kind of stragglers that somehow or another there's that. So I'm doing inventory management of getting stuff that needs to be gone and finding things that are in the boxes that sometimes are not even in the proper box and I have to put them in the proper box. I mislabeled or whichever. But that's just inventory checking. And I will do the same thing with the DVDs and I'll do the same thing with the books. And at the turn of the year, that's also when I decided to take down some stuff. So there'll be a bunch of like frames and sunglasses and stuff that'll come down that I've just had for years and years and years. That's going to be on a whole different calling type thing than just the media, because I want to get the media done sooner so I can put it in the boxes and I can get that up to the exchange so I can get the gift card for that, because I give the gift cards that I accrue throughout the year from the exchange, I give those to my nephews who live in North Ridgeville, Parma Heights, somewhere out there. My sister's out there. She's a cop out in Parma Heights. But I'll give that to them for Christmas, right? So then I try to give, not every year, but some years I try to give something that I've had left over that, since I shipped into media, not so much, but a lot of this other non-media stuff, I try to give something to one of the family members that it would be apt for. So my brother loves to fish and he has a place down in Florida, and I have some well, I'm not going to go over that. Not that he watches, not that much of my family besides my wife watches, and strangely, my dad. Not really strangely, just wasn't expecting that from a comment he left on a video 3 weeks ago. It threw me off guard. I'm like, all right. It's pretty simple. It's strange. So I ended on this. So it's strange, that I see that. And got home and I saw that, kind of threw me off, like, all right. A little tingly. Yeah, that's good. That's interesting. Not 100% sure on how you managed to. You just didn't type in Derek secondhand. You didn't type that in. So he got it from someone I know who has the links or has my YouTube. My mom, wife. I give it to all my family members. But either way, however he wrote it, he goes, awesome, great job, Dad, something like that. So I wrote something. What did I write? I was like, succinctly and very bluntly put, I learned it from you, Dad. And that's true. I learned about sales. He's been in sales for as long as I've known him, since probably the early 70s, mainly automotive sales. and that type of work. He does something way, way above and beyond that now, still within the automotive realm. Um, so he works for a company called ADP, but ADP doesn't have that department anymore, and it's owned by a different company now. But yeah, essentially, a long time ago, he told me about auction web, eBay, long time ago, late '90s, and then basically he told me a long time ago. I think right when I got a paper route or something, I was like 10, 11, maybe 12, and he said, "Well, if you always have something, you always have money, or if you always have something to sell, you always have money," and that's true. So as long as you have something that somebody else wants, if they have the money for it, and if you accept that price that they're offering, you always have money. So let's go to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. As long as you have something to sell, you'll always have money. As long as people are buying. But as long as you have something to sell that people are buying, you'll always have money. Tell me anything going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. It was all free to help me, help you, so we can all help other people learn about selling physical. Now I know why I stopped. So, it takes too long. Physical media on eBay. Appreciate it.